Hey guys, welcome back. This is the part 2 of how to cut and sew a Keyhole Maxi gown. I've cut out my pattern and this is what they look like. I added an interfacing to the main fabric and the lining as well. This is the main fabric. You can see that it has a bust pad and an interfacing. Same thing with the lining piece. I repeat the same thing, but the lining piece doesn't have a bust pad. I did the same for the rest of the bustier part, and for the yoke part I just went ahead to weave it, and I'm going to just fold it in and top stitch on it. That's what I'll be doing for the yoke part. The next thing you want to do, you want to unpin this pattern and put the right side to right side of the important part or the necessary part. This is what you should have at the end of the day. Now I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and show you guys how to stitch these parts together. And this was when I was stitching the whole piece. For the yoke part, what you want to do is join the shoulder to shoulder of the yoke, the front and back shoulder together before you start hemming the armhole and the bottom part of the yoke of this dress. And after we're done with the yoke, the next part we went to is the bodies, the bustier part. On the inseam I was sewing half an inch, and on the side seam I sewed 1 inch. And you can see when I was sewing the bustier part it was half an inch. After you're done sewing the bustier part, you are going to create notches around the bust part to relax the seam. And once you are done, you take it to your iron table and give it a nice press. Make sure you have a tailor clapper. It helps to relax your seam, and you should use an iron that has steam, or you just get a container or a bottle, you put water in it and sprinkle it on the seam. Then you give that part of the bodies or your pattern a nice press. And once I was done with this is what the bustier part was looking like. I have my lining piece, I have the bustier piece. You can see how nice and good it was looking like. You can see the inside of the bustier. And after I was done here, the next thing you want to do is to add the yoke part of the dress on the side seam. You open the side seam and add the yoke. I went ahead to gather the first and second tier of the skirt of the gown. I gather the one that is going into the waistline, and for the one that is going towards the hem, I just plait it, giving it some distance away from each plate. And now we are going to take this to our iron tape sewing machine, and we're going to stitch all this together. This is our lining. I repeat the same thing for the lining. It's just that the lining do not have a third tier. And after I was done, I am going to add my zipper to the center back of this dress. And this was when I was stitching the zipper, installing the zipper on the dress. I used a zipper foot. We have a zipper foot, we have for both manual and industrial machine. And this was the outcome. You can see how neat my work is. After then, you're going to use the lining piece to conceal the neckline of this dress. And this was when I was doing that. The zip was in between the lining and the main fabric, so you're going to just go in and stop stitch on this notch and retop stitch. So that's what you're going to do from this point. And after you are done stitching the neckline, you want to notch and go into top stitch like the way you see me doing in the video. I'm top stitching on a 1/8 seam allow seam. On a 1/8 seam, you can do 2/8 of an inch. So now this is what you should have at the end of the day. I gave it a nice press. You can see what the outlook of the old dress look like. It came out very beautiful. You can see the inner of the dress. You can see how neat it is. And the yoke, we're going to add a loop to one side and a button to the other side. Now let me show you what the inner part of this dress is looking like. So this is the inner part. I've concealed the neckline perfectly well by top stitching on it. You can see how nice the whole piece came out. It's so classic. As a fashion designer, you must make sure that the inner look of your dress is looking like this always, because it speaks volume as well as the front part of the dress. So the next thing you want to do is to, I created this smaller strap that are no more than 3 inches long. I'll use it to create the loop at the center back of our dress. So this is what it looked like when I was done pinning it. I'm going to take this to the sewing machine and stitch it down. And this is what it looked like after we are done stitching it, and you can see the outlook of the old loop thing. So the next thing you want to do, you want to create your, I end up using a cover button. So I'm going to be sewing the cover button on the other side of the yoke, and this is the cover button I'll be using for this tutorial. I use the fabric itself to create the buttons I'll be installing on the yoke part of this dress. So now this is the final outlook. You can see how nice and look the back of this dress is looking like. It will give, by the time you wear this dress, it will give you that young or madam look. It is so classic that there's nowhere you can wear this to. And this is what the finished look of this garment is looking like on the inside. This is the bustier part, this is the yoke part. Let us turn it to the other side. That is the back of the dress. You can see how neat and nice the finishing is. And if you like this video, give it a thumb up, like and share my video, and don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms. I bet you don't want to miss out on any of our videos. And this is the final outlook on Folake. My mannequin name is Folake. So this is the final outlook. This is the final look. You can see how neat it is. Have a nice day and bye.